Today, after a very long hiatus, 2 months to be exact, I am going to paint something from the Warhammer Age of Sigmar, the Glaivewraith Stalkers. My name is Frosty and I am an amateur painter trying to up my skills to the next level. Join me and let's go! I'm going to be using the Vallejo turquoise and the white surface primer for the main color using an airbrush. I start with the pure turquoise, but look at that spillage! That's not a big problem because those areas will be painted on anyways. Just make sure to press the airbrush in quick succession, like a flickering light bulb. Psst, psst, psst. And here's the base color done. Next, I add a little bit of white surface primer to the mixture for the highlights. This mixture has to be thinned down as white is a very difficult color to airbrush with. At the same time, it shouldn't be too thin or it will end up pulling and leaving weird stains. Once we are done with the airbrushing, we start painting the bricks using Dawnstone from Citadel. I managed to separate the base from the miniature itself so I could paint this separately. For the ground, I used Doombull Brown from Citadel. And now for the weapon, I used Lead Belcher from Citadel. After finding that the first coat of Lead Belcher is a bit too thin, I decide to add a second coat of a thicker Lead Belcher. Now we start adding the glow effects to the face, starting with pure turquoise. I add a little bit of ivory to the mixture and glaze it to the part where I think the glow is going to appear. The last part of the glow is going to be almost a pure ivory with only around 5 to 10% of turquoise. Now for the Robe part here, we are going to edge highlight with a mixture of 30% ice yellow to 70% turquoise. Now let's add some rust effects to the weapon, starting with Doombull Brown. I add an orange color to the center of the rust. Since I couldn't find an orange that is not too transparent, I decided to mix on my own from Mephiston Red and Iriel Yellow from Citadel. Keep repeating the process, adding more Iriel Yellow to the orange mixture. For the hands, I'm going to slap on a coat of ivory and come back to it later. And now for the handle, I base coat it with Dryad Bark. I wanted an earthy color for the base, and Agrax Earthshade is perfect. There is something very satisfying about splashing the wash color. And now we go back to the hands and use Skeleton Horde on it. Please don't forget the birdie boy here too. And now let's dry brush the base with Terminatus Stone. I usually test the consistency of the dry brush on my hand first to avoid a very splotchy result. And now on our wet palette we prepare Moot Green, Screamer Pink and Pink Horror. Look at this Pink Horror. For the leaf we base coat it with Deep Green from Vallejo. The bark with Dryad Bark. And then the flower with Screamer Pink. To highlight the edge of the flowers, I use Pink Horror. As for highlighting the leaves, I use a mixture of Deep Green and Moot Green. I am going to use this pigment from Amomig to give a more realistic texture for the ground. I used an old brush for this pigment as the stippling motion will damage the brush very quickly. And we are done! Here's the final result!